evaluations are not just for the employee; they're also for the manager. It's a tool for both, right? So, and this is really my point. In the military, yeah, the care, right? AT level 1 training, no one cares about. Let's be honest, right? And no one cares about all those online 5-minute videos and take a quick quiz and be done with it, right? But when it comes to like real training, like, hey, I want to go to air assault school, right? Then people are like, oh yeah, that's some good stuff right there, right? So, and it's the same outside the military, right? People are like, oh, I got to do that virtual NFPA refresher course, like garbage or whatever, right? Let's just be honest. That's what people think, right?
Absolutely.
And then they're like, hey, I'm gonna go down to Texas. I'm gonna go to a mega course, right? And they're like, I'm so stoked for it, right? So, I mean, I'm just trying to compare apples to apples, you know. So, but the thing is leverage those other tools as a manager that you have, right? And as an employee, so that the evaluations, right? If you're doing annual evaluations, which most people don't do quarterly like the military does, right? Or monthly, but most people at least do annual evaluations. Use that. If you're sitting there just like, oh, the company requires us to do an evaluation, I wrote your stuff in there, just sign it whenever you get a chance and move on. No. Think about this, right? If the company's ever going to fire you based off of your performance criteria, right? That is something that you can use to leverage, right? Additionally, as a manager, if you have to fire an employee and you have it on paper saying, hey, I have tried to invest in this guy and it is not working, right? This is workforce development right here. So if once a year you're going to sit down and you're going to do a review of yourself, and your manager and you as a manager, or your manager is going to review you. I mean, you have once a year to put it in writing of what you think it really means. Invest more than 2 seconds, right? I mean, I would always spend at least 15 to 30 minutes per employee writing out their page.
Absolutely.
Paragraphs of stuff. And they're like, dude, I hate reading your books. I was like, look, that book is your career, dude. Exactly. It is your career. That is me telling you where I think you are, what you could build on, and everything. And if you don't take that to heart, then it's your career. I can't make you eat that, right? Yep. But if you do take it to heart, this could be how you get there, right? And so workforce development, we have so many tools now that people just don't utilize.
Well, and I will say too, on Thomas's, and they're incentivizing the top down and the bottom down. Another thing that also often I think is underutilized is 360 performance reviews, right? So you're getting inputs from your juniors and your seniors. It's something that we use on the officer side whenever we're being evaluated for hours, and it's so you can get feedback, and it's done from not only your superiors, but your subordinates get a say as well. And that's their opportunity for them to come to the table and say, hey, I wasn't afforded the training, or hey, an emphasis wasn't placed on the training. And you can kind of flush out some of the bad players there as well. Not the entering argument's not that they're bad players, but it's just, to Tom's point, another tool in the toolbox. And then it's another performance base, right? We all want high performers in there. So if you have a really strong learning management system software, now you can actually incorporate that into those performance reviews and say, hey, based on here's your report of your training from the last 6 months to a year, here's where I held you. And this is kind of speaks to the point of an increased cadence of performance reviews. I always say at least a minimum of semi-annually and quarterly, if all possible. You start doing it on a monthly, it starts losing some of the impact. But at least on a semi-annual, that way at that 6-month mark, you have 6 months to fix yourself. You know what I'm saying from that aspect of it. But being able to, and that's the, I guess, kind of, I know it's kind of shifting into the learning management system, but kind of having a tool that will show that and be able to track that, so you can show them in black and white where you falling short, if that makes sense. And before we go ahead, Tom.
I just want to say, like, to managers out there, right? If you have a lot of guys under you and you do performance reviews, right? And you are sitting there saying, man, I wish my team were better. I wish that we had a more robust or whatever, right? And you're not using the tools or investing in them. I mean, point the finger at yourself.